Hello, 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 and welcome. If you're watching this, you missed day 2 of our second semester Foundations of Tech class. Let's get started. So, this fine class day, what we're doing is we're starting with our first assignment. So I'll go over that. Additionally, we're finalizing our rules and expectations, which are posted already. I'll show you where to find them. If you have any questions or concerns about any of those, please make sure you contact me and we can discuss. Our objectives are that you can design an innovation that meets your partner's needs. So this first assignment is all about gaining empathy about your customers and figuring out how to best design for them specifically. We're going to be also applying the design process, which you guys should all be familiar with already from semester 1, but if not, I'll remind you. We're going to work under some time constraints. Let's get started. So to start off with, let's take a look at our rules and expectations. What I did is I compiled all the rules and expectations you guys came up with last time into a nice document for us to all look at. The document is posted under modules, classroom expectations, and then there's a link for each period. The rules are mostly the same for each period, but everybody had slightly different things that they wanted on there, so each document is slightly unique. Please make sure you check out your period's document and agree with it. And if you do not agree with it, please let me know what the issue is, and we can either amend the document or set some different expectations for you. So let me know. All right, now on to our first assignment. Woo! So our first assignment is to design a product for somebody else. In order to do this successfully, you first need to open the assignment. The assignment is located on Modules, A1 Design Challenge. All of my assignments will be labeled as A and then a number. The numbers will be chronological going up. That way you can easily spot them in modules, and also if you have a problem, you can let me know specifically which numbered assignment you're having issue with. This one's going to be due February 10th and is worth 25 points. Please remember that after February 10th, I will be taking off 10%. There will be a deadline for this assignment. I'm not quite sure when that will be yet. It will be more than 3 days after it is due, that's for sure. I just don't quite know how much more I'm going to be giving you. Probably at least another week or so. So please make sure you're keeping up so that you don't end up doing this way too late. Now, when you first open this, you'll see this screen. You click this button. It'll take you to a screen that I can't show you because as an educator, I don't have access to the student version. But essentially, it just has two things on there. There'll be a link in the center to this document, which is where you'll be completing the assignment. And in the bottom right, there'll be a blue button that says Submit Assignment. You need to remember that button exists because after you finish the assignment, if you do not hit it, I will not be able to see it. If I can't see it, I can't give you a grade. So please double check after you're done with this, whenever that might be, that you go back and hit the button to make sure it's turned in. And I will remind you again of this, but keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at the assignment. So you should have access to this now if you followed the previous instructions. If you have issue getting here, please send me an email and I'll help you out. Now, what is this? This is a design challenge. It's worth 25 points. Anywhere that there are points to be gained, I've outlined the points in orange and bolded them, so you should be pretty easily able to tell where the points are. In this challenge, you'll be taking a role of a designer to create a unique product tailored to your partner's needs. If you missed the class period, which I assume you did since you're watching this, you will be responsible for finding a person to interview. So it could be any person. Could be your parents, could be a friend of yours, could be a sibling. I don't care who you choose, but make sure you choose somebody and you interview them. Don't just try to do this yourself for yourself because that completely negates the point of the assignment. What you're going to do is you're going to design something for the other person. Now, usually, as you can see here, students design a bag or backpack to help carry the client's items. That is a thing that everyone could use and that's easy to personalize. If you want to be more creative with this assignment and would like to design something else, I'm okay with that. You can design any other innovation that you think would be helpful or useful to your client. That's fine. I will be operating under the assumption that you're probably designing some kind of carrying device moving forward with the directions, but you can certainly do this project designing anything at all that you would like. All right, so the first section here, what do you carry around? This is really to get you to be a good client, to start thinking about what objects you have with you or should usually have on you. So if you're doing this with somebody else, this part doesn't really hold too much value for you, but I still like you to do it. It's worth 3 points. Just think about what do you carry with you, and this might even help you design a better product for your client as well, because they'll probably be carrying similar things on them. Now try to think outside the scope of just keys, wallet, phone. Usually people have those on them, I understand that, but what else might you be carrying around? From there, you're going to gain some empathy. So when a company creates a product and they have a team of designers, those designers will create something called personas. A persona will be a fictional person that embodies a whole group of individuals have specific qualities or some kind of behavior. So for instance, they might say, all right, this is going to be Jim, this is going to be Steven, this is going to be Angela, and they're going to assign them some kind of quality. So maybe Jim's really computer savvy. Sam is completely computer dumb, doesn't know anything about computers. Angela is always in a rush since she needs the computer and the program to work really quickly for her. So they'll assign them some qualities, and then when they design the product, they will be directly thinking about how will Jim interact with this program, or will Angela have any trouble using this? And they will use those things to guide their design process into the best possible route. You should do the same thing, but here you're actually designing it for a specific person. So you're going to need to gain empathy and try to see through their eyes. How are they going to use whatever you design for them? And how can you make that product then best tailored to their needs? So you're going to briefly interview your partner, find out what they carry around with them, but also what their hobbies and interests are, what's their day like, what are their unique needs, because that's ultimately what you're trying to meet with this project. Sketch down any notes and ideas you can gather here. You don't have to use complete sentences here. I'm just looking for you to gather as much information as you humanly can. Then let's have some insight. So what stood out to you? What are you curious about? What surprised you? Those are probably the things you'll be most interested in modeling your design after. If they tell you something completely expected about them, there's probably already a product out there that does that thing, because most products try to be as generic as they can to appeal as many people as possible. Then you're going to write your problem statement. My client, insert their name here, needs a way to, what are you going to design for them? If it's going to be a bag, their needs are very simple. Transport objects from one place to another. If it's going to be something else, what is that need you're meeting with your innovation? And then lastly, quality, tailored items designed for specific individuals should make an emotional impact as well as a physical one. So you should be striving to meet some kind of emotional response or exhibit some kind of emotional response in your client. So that might be you want your client to feel happy to use this object. So maybe it has something on it that they really enjoy. Their favorite team logo, their favorite animal, the shape of it, the feel of it, something. Maybe you want your client to feel safe while using it. It has some kind of safety feature in it. Maybe you want your client to feel noticed while they use it. So it's a really attention-grabbing item that displays their interests. Whatever that might be, that's up to you. And then I want you to come up with 3 to 7 ideas for what you would like to create for your client. So this could be a wide variety of things. Do not just draw the same thing 7 times. That is not the idea. The idea is to give them choices and options. So try to be as different as you can in your approach in meeting their needs. All of your ideas here should try to meet the need you outlined up here. So don't go off script. But while you're addressing that need, be as creative as you can. You can draw on a piece of paper and take a picture, or if that's not going to be possible for you, you can use any app you like that lets you draw. I recommend Awe app. I think this one's pretty easy to use. Basically, you can select your drawing tool over here. You've got an eraser, a shape, text, everything you want. And then once you've drawn your beautiful art, you hit export board, save image right here. And then once it saves to your computer, to get it inside of your document, simply drag and drop it right where you'd like it to go, and it'll be right there. If you want a more in-depth demonstration of how to use this, I'd be happy to sit down with you and show you exactly how I just did that. Of course, you can just replay the video as well. If you have any other questions, please let me know. We ended the class here. Next class, we're going to do the rest of this assignment, and it will be due Wednesday. Thank you all very much, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.